Yeah, he's kind of infamous for his style. I don't know how familiar PattyMac is with WhiteIdra. That's the thing, right? Because we know how crazy he can be. I don't know if PattyMac knows.
What? He's about to find out. Also, I like how the style is like, a good series for Kuro, please, and not cheesy as hell, please. And then we go into WhiteIdra. I'm like, you know. But anyway, welcome to Lightshade LE, where in the bottom right corner, if I'm correct, let me double check, yes, in bottom right corner, we have the pink Terran player representing Unidos por el Vicio and Mexico, right? It is WhiteIdra.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the American Protoss, the American Hope, I should say, in this tournament. Representing himself, as he is quite lonely, it is PattyMac.
Okay, so why is PattyMac lonely?
He's teamless. He's teamless.
Aww.
Yeah, feels bad, man. Feels bad.
It's bad.
Oh god. But for those of you in the chat who don't know it, I can see the start freaking out. No.
He's just spamming no. Why versus WhiteIdra?
WhiteIdra is the cheesiest Terran in Latin America, mate.
Look, I love watching him. See, that's the thing. WhiteIdra isn't just the cheesiest, because that would be too standard. WhiteIdra just does his own thing. Sometimes it makes sense. Sometimes.
We'll see how community is going to be. This SCV is looking quite sussed here. There we go. We know what's gonna happen. He does it whenever he can on this map. Kuro, talk to us. What's happening?
So this is one of the more interesting ones, where you build a factory outside of your opponent's main, and then you float it, and then you just waddle Widow Mines into his base.
Yep. Oh my. So we do have a probe scout from PattyMac. He does see that, hey, you don't have a natural, you don't have a CC, you also, where's your factory? So he knows that something is amiss here in the main base, but is he aware of what's coming? That's the big question.
Wasn't it something that happened last series as well, where like PattyMac saw that something is not right, but then he didn't react to it correctly or something?
He saw, he did see that there was no racks at home, and he did end up getting set up for ghosts. He didn't know 100% that it was ghosts or proxy ghosts that were on the way. But again, this is so weird, and he has no idea, and it's the Widowmine's on the way already. It's happening, and there's an armory behind this as well.
Oh yeah, and the way PattyMac is setting up his SimCity, he's not gonna see this for a long time.
Not just that he's not going to see it, he is rushing out a Twilight Council, so he doesn't have a Robo for an Observer, he doesn't have a Stargate for an Oracle, he has zero detection. He's not going to be able to deal with the Widow Mines.
The Stargate was going the direction, but he actually just stops on the Reaper. Not gonna see anything.
Oh my god, okay, the Adept, he will be able to get into the natural, and he will see the lack of natural, which is another tell, but again, it could be anything, and there we go, now he knows. He sees.
Yeah, he puts down the spotter pylon, but is he gonna react? I don't think he's actually looking at it.
Oh no, PattyMac, no! Oh, he reacts! Is it too late? Up! You hear the Widowmine's chasing them.
That was way too close.
Oh my god. And meanwhile, it looks like the Stalker went down as well to the first Widowmine. The Widowmine, they are waddling in. Oh god, they will not go down.
They're actually on cooldown, but PattyMac can't know that, so he like pulls the workers regardless, and he's losing a bunch of like mining time.
Well, I mean, he can't stay there because otherwise he would lose them. Meanwhile, there is a Widowmine that's trying to borrow in, and it will. It's gonna go off.
Okay, free is not bad. It's fine. But there are more Widow Mines from the main. Just we said.
Oh, but nicely done. He focuses down one of them. There is a second on the high ground though, so he has to still be careful. Where is that section? We have a Robo on the way. He's going to be chronoing out that observer as fast as possible.
Please tell me he's gonna transfer his focus back.
Oh god, here we go. Another shot is about to go off, and PattyMac knows that, so he does pull the boys, and he will not lose those probes. Oh god!
Whoa, whoa.
Up!
It's like two can play this game. They both like trying to juke each other out.
Exactly. But now we have detection. All the water mines have been cleaned up. Now we only have a couple of Marines and Hellions and Hellbats here in the main base. Still kind of scary, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, Hellbats are not very common versus Protoss, I feel, but still, they are doing some work.
Yeah, they're tanking a lot, especially because they are being healed up by that medevac. Ooh, a bit of a miss rally here by WhiteIdra. He's going to lose 3 Marines for free. But at the same time, like, this drop in the main base is still dealing a lot of damage. And these probes, they're so vulnerable right now. And all the production is depowered.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, amongst all the chaos, like, all the gateways have been depowered. I don't think there's any production left for PattyMac.
There's only the Robo. Yeah, it's only the Robo. We only have probes and Immortals on the way here for PattyMac. Meanwhile, these 2 Marines are going ham in the natural. They're getting so much damage, more than they really should.
It looks kind of funny because WhiteIdra just sends like really tiny groups of units, but they are doing a lot of damage.
What I will say is that behind this, even though WhiteIdra has dealt a surprising amount of damage, he's still all in. Like, he's still working on one base. He doesn't have a natural setup at all. So even though things are looking pretty bad for PattyMac, like, honestly, he's still okay. Like, he's still ahead, I would say. Especially because he is starting to regain control in his main.
Yeah, like, despite all of this damage, like, after all, PattyMac is on 2 bases, like, he's about even on workers, and he's actually going to the lead right now. So, this is actually gonna even out.
Yeah, well, even out in the sense that, I mean, PattyMac, his economy is fine, but he needs to work on his army, because WhiteIdra is still committed to 1 base play. He has a lot of upgrades on the way. Stim is done, combat shields and concussive shell is about to finish up in a moment, and once all of this is ready, WhiteIdra, he's just going to be pushing into the main base of PattyMac, and he has an army, he has a shield battery at his natural, not in his main though.
That factory is still in the north, by the way. He's making a tank at that factory. He's proxy a tank, right? Do you understand?
He is, and he's gonna be able to get away with it. Meanwhile, PattyMac, he's getting ready for the drop. He does have his stalkers in position. Blink is done, so he can respond. So we'll see how good his reactions are here, as the observer does barely spot the drop. Oh god.
Yeah, I mean, he sees the medevac at least, but yeah, I wonder how this mostly Marine army will deal with StarCraft. This is basically pure Marine with the single tank and a single Marauder.
Yeah, I mean, we have more Marauders on the way. They're coming across the map. Oh god, we'll see how this goes. There is still a tank behind this as well.
Yeah, PattyMac has to be careful about how he engages. It's like, this army doesn't look terrifying, but still, you have to respect the tank.
Oh yeah. Sideline. 100%. And WhiteIdra, I think he's just waiting for a moment to like pull the army here to the natural. He scans, he sees. Man, if I were him, I'd be getting ready for a doom drop. Oh boy.
There are 2 Immortals though, so this army is actually decently weak, but there's a second tank as well. So this is very delicate dance right now, because like these armies are actually pretty close, I think.
And the only shield battery goes down. Overcharge is no longer available, and now it's just the Protoss army up against the Terran. And there's not much defender's advantage. We do have a second shield battery on the way. Meanwhile, the Marines are trying to focus down. Ooh, they get 1 Immortal.
The Warpers actually flies into the army, but yeah, it's gonna go to this side.
Oh my god,
but
the Warp
it doesn't matter. The ground army is gone.
Yeah, the Warp Prism just barely survives. There we go, the shield battery will finish up. But as you said, a lot of the Gateway army, a lot of the Stalkers went down because of how much damage these tanks were dishing out.
Yeah, the second Immortal goes down. No, sorry, it was saved by the Warpers, but this is just 3 Stalkers and a single Immortal versus 2 tanks and a bunch of Bio army.
Yeah, and now the Robo is depowered. 1 Immortal is all that PattyMac has to work with. That Robo could even go down. And these tanks, there's still no way. Like, PattyMac still just hasn't dealt with them. And now there's a 3rd.
Yeah, that proxy is really working out for WhiteIdra, huh? The reinforcements are really helping him.
Yeah, it really is. And there we go. We have the leapfrog with the tanks. Now the natural is under threat. PattyMac, he's pulling the boys. Oh god, he's gonna try and hold here.
I mean, the plus side is that there might be some friendly fire, but it's all so bunched up. And WhiteIdra is actually gonna power through this army.
There we go. The natural is going to go down after this, possibly the main. We still have plenty of gateways here available for PattyMac. Maybe he can hold in his main base, and we could end up in a really weird scenario where WhiteIdra finally expands. But we'll see. We'll see. Because right now, WhiteIdra, he's looking to try and end the game. He wants to force himself up that ramp.
I like how WhiteIdra expanding is the weird scenario.
That would be very weird. That'd be crazy.
But yeah, like PattyMac is just making the shield batteries in the main. He's actually not ready for the defense. They are stalkers, but we'll see how much they can do versus this tank is just shelling on them.
Yeah, the problem is that the tanks, they push up the ramp, and now that they've done that, there's no way to stop them. Like PattyMac, his only hope was to try and hold at the ramp and stop WhiteIdra from getting onto the high ground, but it's already happened. Meanwhile, PattyMac is across the map, and he's going to try and harass. You know, he does have the warp prism, he can warp in, but he still can't defend against these tanks.
The Torprise is still so low, by the way. It can so easily get sniped, but the Marines are going into the Stalkers. The Blink Micro is nice, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough.
Yeah, it's not gonna be enough. The Stalkers are pinned into the corner, and GG gets called. WhiteIdra takes game 1.
GG. WhiteIdra, once again, beats a Protoss with Proxy Factory.
Yeah, it
seems to be a theme.
It's specifically on Lightshade. That's his go-to build on Lightshade.
Yes, he famously beat PattyMac with it.
He did.
And now he beat PattyMac. So yeah, shoutouts to WhiteIdra. We'll see what he can do in game 2.
We shall see. And I wanted to ask: is there a second crew, please, or just one?
No, there's one.
Okay.
I was gonna say, but for the second game, I'm gonna leave you guys with light. So I hope you enjoy, and we'll see how many proxies we'll find from WhiteIdra. Or maybe PattyMac will proxy, who knows? Anyways, bye!
Bye. Thank you so much, Kuro, for joining me for at least one game. Again, it's very late in Poland right now. You know, some people they need sleep. They need to sleep at some point. So again, I appreciate that Kuro was able to join me for at least one game, and what a game, right? Oh god, it was crazy. And now WhiteIdra, he's leading the series. Like, oh. All right, here we go. We are diving into game number 2. Shout out to WhiteIdra, by the way. He's great. The game was about to start and then he left because he's like, whoa, where's Kuro? he wanted to make sure everyone was in the lobby. It's like, okay, it's okay. Kuro was only casting game 1. It's okay. Oh god. But now that Kuro isn't here, does that mean that we're gonna have a standard game? I wonder. As we are spawning in to Romanticide LE, and in the top left hand corner we have our American Protoss player. He is representing himself. Oh, and maybe a little bit upset about that last game. I mean, it was crazy. It was no one else plays like that, but here we go. There it is. There is the good luck, have fun. We have our American Protoss player. It is PattyMac. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have one of the best Terran players in all of Latin America. Step aside special, because here, also from Mexico, representing Team Unidos por el Vicio, it is WhiteIdra. Shout out to Tavo in the chat as well. I'm sure he's getting ideas. ARJ Skater. WhiteIdra did all this on one base. Yep. That's the WhiteIdra special on Lightshade. If you're a Terran player out there, and if you want to get your hands on this build, mates, you can always subscribe. We do give out replay packs from this tournament to all of our subscribers. So if you're interested in supporting this stream, supporting the tournament, and if you want some cheeky builds, then consider subscribing. Again, WhiteIdra, he's a very unique player. He has a very unique mindset or just approach to the game. As Kuro was saying, it's not like he cheeses every game, but he's got some. Oh my god, let's go! PattyMac is upset, mate. The Nexus in the main. Wow. Oh god, he's like, man, you did me dirty like that. You really floated a factory into my main base? Me? Let's go. Probe goes down, but the Nexus will go up. We do have an economic opener here from WhiteIdra. No proxy, no cheese, racks into expand. So honestly, very standard opening from WhiteIdra. And PattyMac, if you're wondering what the hell's happening with this Nexus, mate, this Nexus, it can finish up and it can recall Adepts into the main base and avoid the bunker and the wall here on the high ground. There is definitely some cheeky shenanigans that you can pull off with this Nexus. So we'll see what PattyMac decides to go for here. Meanwhile, Reaper goes across the map. Ooh, almost gets killed. Doesn't get to scout the main base at all. And that Nexus, yo, it's about to finish up. And there it is. Nexus does complete. There is the recall straight into the main. And we're going to be having 2 Adepts. And what is there to deal with them? There's nothing here. There's actually nothing here. There's 1 Marine and 1 Reaper. And just like that, 0 mining in the main base. Wow. And is this just over? I mean, thankfully, the workers are moved over to the natural. There is a wall of depots here, so the Adepts are stuck in the natural. Sorry, they're stuck in the main. But 7 SCVs going down and forcing the Terran player to stay on 1 base like this. Like, this is devastating damage. Also, the Chad move is for PattyMac to start making workers and start mining from the main. And taking the gas as well. That would be insane. The wall's down! No! WhiteIdra, please! The wall is down. The Adept shade into the natural base. They're gonna get surrounded. Never mind. They're not gonna get surrounded. Oh god, and they're gonna trade so well against these Marines. WhiteIdra, please. The Adept does shade back into the main. Recall, not available yet, but if PattyMac wanted to, he could recall again. Why the hell not? He's not going to be doing that, but again, this Adept, these 2 Adepts, I should say, getting a lot of damage done. 12 workers in total fall. And if your question is, was that worth a Nexus? 100%. 100%. 12 workers, 13 workers for a Nexus and a scout? And all this lost mining time? Mate, 100% worth. Jesus Christ. Oh boy. Oh boy. Meanwhile, this Nexus will eventually be dealt with. It will eventually go down, but it took so long for this to happen. Meanwhile, PattyMac, he's getting ready for the next stage of his plan. What is that plan? Blink Stalkers. Blink is about to finish up. We have 4 gateways. Sorry, 3 gateways completed. We have a proxy pylon. So PattyMac, there is the 4th gateway. He's going to be applying so much pressure across the map. And what does WhiteIdra have? He is still getting his factory up and running. He is only relying on Marines to defend, and only Marines with no tanks against Blink Stalkers. This is not going to end well. This is not going to end well at all. PattyMac is in full control, mate. Here we go. The Stalkers are rocking up. There is a bunker at the natural, but only a bunker. There's still no tank, by the way. There's no upgrades. There's no stim. WhiteIdra, please. There we go. We do have a tech lab, but these Stalkers, they're looking to blink into the main base. We have a hallucination here for high ground vision. PattyMac is going to be blinking up. And again, like Marines with no stim and no combat shields, mate, they're just going to die. That's it. It's over. The Marines go down. The boys are being pulled. But we have Blink Stalkers. We have Micro. Look at them go. How many Stalkers are going to go down? It looks like, oh, almost one. Oh my god, the blink is disgusting. 0 Stalkers. 0 Stalkers go down. GG gets called. And PattyMac ties up the series with Proxy Nexus. Wow. Just wow. GG. Letting them know that we are ready to go and dive into the ace match here. Oh boy, and we're still in a world where it's possible for WhiteIdra to cause the upset. Like, it's the ace match. It could go either way. And here we go, spawning in the top right hand corner of 2000 Atmospheres LE. We have the American Protoss player himself. There's plenty, but he is the rising star of 2020, maybe 2021 as well. We'll see. He's teamless, but he is looking for said team. So team owners, keep a lookout here for this player. It is PattyMac, getting his revenge in game 2. But spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of 2000 Atmospheres LE, we have the underdog, one of the craziest players in Latin America, just straight up players, up there with the likes of Turkey Danner, representing Unidos por el Vicio. It is El Mexicano. It is WhiteIdra. Oh my god. Yo, the gloves are off for PattyMac, mate. After losing game 1, he's like, oh man, you don't know what you've done. You do not know what you have unleashed. And we have a proxy gateway here. My god. Okay, so WhiteIdra is going for an SCV scout, so he will see that, hey, your gateway is missing. It should be at home. It's not. It's across the map. I need to get ready for this. No, he doesn't scout. No, WhiteIdra, he's eBay blocking. He's delaying his SCV. He's delaying his SCV scout. He doesn't know. Oh boy. All right. Well, now he knows. He gets in. He sees the cyber. He sees the lack of gateway. He does get the eBay block off. So this is something, right? This has value. At the same time, the Zealot is being chronoed out. It's only one Zealot though. Like, this isn't a hyper committed proxy. So again, like, this isn't the worst case scenario, and PattyMac, mate, he just takes his third. Oh my god. And even recalls the Zealot. Okay. Yeah. Honestly, end of the day, this is a good start. This is a very good start for WhiteIdra. Forces the Zealot to come back home to deal with the eBay. Was able to delay the natural. There wasn't a hyper aggressive proxy. He's trying to focus on the pylon. The pylon will not go down in time. This Stalker will come out, and WhiteIdra has to be careful because this Stalker has a lot of micro potential. Ooh, focuses on this SCV on the pylon instead of the one building the bunker, so the bunker will finish up. But the Stalker will still come out, and oh my god, he can delay the natural. Oh my god. Ay. So with this, it's kind of back and forth, right? Like, WhiteIdra, he delayed the natural and he forced the unnatural natural for PattyMac, but at the same time, his own CC is delayed, and the third SCV went down to one Stalker. And like, Stalkers are pretty good. Like, WhiteIdra can't deal with this. Like, what's one Reaper gonna do? What are two Marines gonna do? Nothing. He's gonna lose the base. Oh my god. And just like, so it's so sad because WhiteIdra, he didn't want to one base, you know. He went for a standard opening. He didn't he didn't want this, but now he's forced to do this one base play. Eventually he's gonna deal with this Stalker, but like, here we go, we have two more Raxes thrown down. PattyMac, I don't believe he's seen this. He hasn't seen anything here in the main, but he knows that he did force a cancel, so he's forcing his opponent to go into this one base play. To be fair, for all PattyMac knows, there's a CC on the high ground, right? For all PattyMac knows, there is a CC on the high ground. We know that that's not the case, but like, PattyMac, he is lacking that critical information right now. He is going for an observer, so this observer has a lot of work to do. He needs to scout, he needs to get across the map, he needs to figure out what the hell is going on, and then prepare accordingly, because, yo, if there's anything that WhiteIdra is good at, hey, it's staying on one base. Oh boy. Here we go. Meanwhile, the Reaper does get into the main base, does see everything. So nice scout from WhiteIdra. He does see the Twilight Council, he sees it researching, he sees the gateway, so he should be aware of Blink Stalker play, but he doesn't care, mate. He doesn't care at all. He's going across the map, he's sending it. And what I'm scared of, what I'm really worried about, is that Stim, it's nowhere close to finishing. And if these armies face each other, PattyMac wins. Blink finishes in 5 minutes. 5 minutes? 5 seconds. Not even 5 minutes. It's crazy. Already a couple of Marines are going down. Blink is done. It is complete. Like, how is WhiteIdra meant to push in from here? Like, at a certain point, PattyMac will have so much that he'll just aggressively blink on top of the tank, mate. He doesn't even care. My god. Meanwhile, we do have a nice scan. He does take down an observer, so I mean, WhiteIdra was able to accomplish that. We have a second tank coming out across the map. Stim is about to finish up as well. It is, you know, later than he would have liked, but it will be there. The War Prism! Oh! Ooh, just barely. PattyMac, please. Another nice win. Oh, he has sieges. No, the worst moment to unsiege. The tank goes down. Ay, ay, ay. Thankfully, there is one more tank behind this, but oh my god. Again, both players trading back and forth. PattyMac loses his War Prism. WhiteIdra loses the tank, but WhiteIdra is all in. He's on one base. PattyMac, he is confident enough to take a third. That's how good he's feeling right now. That's the pure Chad energy oozing from PattyMac. He's like, mate, you want to all in me on one base? Let me just expand. Will that be his downfall? Maybe. We'll see. Oh, another observer does get picked off. Nice snipes by WhiteIdra. But again, I don't know. I'm just not feeling this army. There are a lot of Marines. They have Stim. That's great. But mate, we got Overcharge. We don't have Zealots. We don't have a great buffer yet. Charge is on the way, mate. Once that's done, the Zealots are going to be coming out. Here we go. He is all 150, 200% all in. Let's go. Pulling all the boys. WhiteIdra, he's sending it across the map. The game will end in the next fight, whether it goes one way or the other. And here we go. WhiteIdra, he's pulled everything that he has. The only thing remaining is just to lift up the buildings and send them across the map. Overcharge is being used. Shield battery does get focused down, but now the probes are coming in. We have worker on worker action, and the tank gets taken out. WhiteIdra, he just doesn't have enough. GG, well played, good luck. PattyMac moves on to the semi-finals. Oh boy. GG. Congratulations. Congratulations, PattyMac, and oh my god. We are now getting ready for the semis. And before we get there, we are just setting things up here. Again, congratulations to PattyMac. He moves on to the lower semifinals. Meanwhile, there is another intense series going on right now. If you want to watch it, check it out over on Gustavo's channel. He is currently casting in Portuguese, in Brazilian, the Zerg Lord versus Yan G or Yan X on challenge. The Zerg Lord, he's a player that everyone here should be familiar with. He's one of the best Zerg players in all of Latino America. Yan G was very active last year, but if you've only been watching this year, then you may not know him. He hasn't really been as active in 2021, but he's a very strong Terran player as well. So that's a pretty spicy ZVT.